All right, I pulled a rune to start, and it didn't want to show itself to me. It kept showing the opposite side. What is it that you don't want to do or you don't feel like experiencing right now? We got Isa, patience, stillness, waiting. I can understand who doesn't want to wait, who doesn't want to be patient. It makes sense. I'll connect here in a little bit. We'll see what comes through. Pull some cards in. Hey everybody, I'm Ben. Thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. If it resonates, feel free to like or share, comment, and if it doesn't, don't make it fit. All right. I was immediately drawn. I saw like an old IBM computer that was, I think it was kind of like all one unit with that little screen up by the keyboard, and it was loading a program. This goes in line with waiting patiently, but we're staring at it. It's like watching a pot boil water. It won't boil. Put a lid on it, it'll go quicker. Crow cleaning, like picking its feathers, grooming itself. What do we do during that time when we're waiting? Self care. We'll go from there. So, I'm not one to easily talk about patience. Uh, I think the majority of us, when we want something, we want something. And especially if we're in a tough spot or we're struggling, patience is very difficult to have. Maybe we're making efforts to move forward in our situation and we're constantly met with resistance. Going back to the crow, self grooming. If I was just sitting here in front of the computer waiting for it to load, what do I do? Do I distract myself? Is it healthy distraction? Maybe we're doing unhealthy distractions to try to cope with uh, our situation. And maybe we should be utilizing this time for a healthy outlet. The time that this video is being recorded, it's Mercury retrograde, kind of coming out of winter. Normally during that time, there's a lot of self-reflection. It's colder out. We're not doing much. Granted, that's in this hemisphere. The other part of the world is enjoying what we're coming into. What do we have here, Spirit? Last Judgment, reversed. Avoidance. What are we avoiding? Just saying, I'm pretty sure it came to mind is the pain will be here until it's done its job. It doesn't have to be physical pain. It could be struggle. It could be frustration. It could be resistance in general. What is the lesson at hand? I don't like hearing that. I don't enjoy being the messenger for that. But obviously, there is a wall that can come down, but we must take it down. And whether it's self inflicted or a circumstance we're not seeing, we're avoiding to see. The star reversed, lack of faith. We're losing faith that whatever this is, coming into our reality. It is a difficult time, especially if maybe we've been putting in a lot of effort into something and we're not seeing the harvest from it. We're losing hope, faith. When will this turn into the manifestation that I had in general, or that we're going to be taken care of? So faith in ourselves, that we can carry ourselves through this time. There's that crow. I'm going to leave that there. Four of Swords reversed. Restlessness. I get this. This is a normal feeling during this stage. Going back to those distractions, you know, how are we trying to turn our thoughts or our mind off of whatever's going on? Are we doing it in a healthy way or a negative way? How is that impacting us? Is it helping us? Or is it just a distraction that, of course, what do they call it? A dopamine hit that feels good for the moment, but it's actually like draining. Almost comes to mind like drinking. Yeah, it feels good, but then you feel like shit afterwards. It's no different than like looking at social media, and it's that little distraction that might make us feel a very certain way for a little bit, but consuming all this shit after a while really takes a toll on us. How do we uh, self groom is coming through, and I don't think it's necessarily in the terms of hygiene. Maybe it is. Maybe we're not caring for ourselves in that way, but it's also coming through as self compassion, self love, self reflection. Two of Swords reversed. Truth seeker. Maybe we're digging into too much shit online, and it's taking a toll, which is very valid. So we start expanding and learning more things. We start seeing more things. And sometimes that can be an overload at times, let alone having to process it. Just like even on a smaller sense, just coming to the truth of something, anything in life, whether small, like a person not being who we thought they were, or on a much grander scale of what's going on in the world and all these things. And what's being presented, is it true? Maybe you're digging for deeper truths and getting into that hole. It keeps going down. It's gonna continue to, and maybe we need to take a step back. However we look at that, that's just a lot to take in and carry. It changes a person. Five of Wands reversed. Resolution. Where can we resolve this? That's obviously different for anyone and everyone. Everyone works differently. I can't fully tell you what you need to do, but I think you already know what you need to do. That's going back to the avoidance. Even what's kind of coming through is just our shadow self to an extent, where we're like, we know it's bad for us, but we're doing it anyway, type of deal. We don't want to deal with it, big or small. I'm getting like a really weird feeling. I don't know how to explain this feeling. Like you're wrong, but you're not wrong. Like you're right, but you don't want to believe that you're right. Maybe there's a bit of trickery here. Ace of Wands, new beginnings. Of course, once we resolve whatever we don't want to look at, there's always a new beginning. And do I want to make promises that I can't keep? No, because we can do all the right things, but there's always like something that's holding us back, and that's deep inside of us. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's on the surface level, and we just don't want to deal with it. But when we go to these readings and we hear that, oh, there's a new beginning coming in, and there is, but there's always, and it's always there. It's, if we want to look at, like, if you're into timelines, it could be on that timeline, and it's right there. It's right there for us to grab it. But it comes down to us. And I like to look at divine timing in a way that when we get to that place of healing, or healing that wound or that block, whatever it may be, that is divine timing. Boom, it's go time. It's there. That manifestation, that want, whatever it is there. But it's normally in us something is holding us back. And it's not like shame on us. You need to work harder on yourself. It is that maybe we didn't see it yet, or we didn't have this experience yet to see it, whatever it is, or we were hesitant to go. We were avoiding seeing it by being distracted certain ways. And there's a time and a place when we do see it, and it is our choice. So I just felt called, to go into that. Like, we probably see a lot of this stuff, and we're like, well, when's it coming? Why isn't it here yet? I've been hearing this for so long, type of deal. And it's like, yeah, it's there. And it's just, there's this resistance. And until we see what it is that we need to see and do something about it or with it, or we experience something to see it clearer, maybe it's already there. We're already getting these like little intuitive hits, and we're just not doing anything with it, or we don't want to. And it's scary sometimes. I get it, whatever it may be. It's whatever it is, we feel safe with it. It makes us feel comfortable. It could be people, places, or things, thought patterns, behaviors, whatever it is. And it makes us feel safe, and we're not ready to let go of that. I'm not saying quit your job and go out with $5 and hope it's going to make it. I'm talking about this isn't as grand as that. It has control over us in a way that we do things to stay safe, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. And again, that could be people, places, or things, thoughts, and behaviors, however it may look. And until we really want to dig into that and look at it, we'll always have these little blocks throughout life. I'm not saying you're never going to get anywhere. That's not what I'm getting at. It's just like, I have them, other people have them, we all have them, and they all affect us differently. And, we can hear this all day long, and we're like, well, I've been waiting for so long, what's coming? When's it going to take place? And we got to look in here. We got to assess ourselves to see what's really going on. How could I be holding this up? Where am I blocking myself to stay safe and comfortable, or working out of a wound still that I need to heal? I know that was a bit of a ramble, everyone. Hopefully it made sense and resonated with you. If it did, feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.